Hey there, I'm John.
And I'm Josh.
Happy Thanksgiving. Ready for, anytime Thanksgiving comes along, what does that mean?
Rivalry week. It's time.
It does. And I'm letting you say that word because I always sort of mull it over my mouth. Doesn't come out right. But
that's fair.
Let's start off. There's some games tomorrow.
There's some Good Friday games.
Yes, Good Friday games. So first of all, we have number 24, Virginia Tech. They're going to be facing off against Virginia.
So the winner of this is the winner of that side of the ACC.
Yes.
This is huge.
Coastal, right? Coastal,
yeah, they're both 8-3, but Virginia Tech is the one that's ranked.
Yes.
That's just because the last little stretch here, they've looked like a completely different team. Defensively, 2 shutouts in a row. Offensively, they can actually score. I remember saying somewhere early on in the season, watching Virginia Tech's offense was one of the most painful things I'd done all year.
Yeah.
It's not that case anymore. You know, you're watching, they still have some moments where they don't look great, but they can actually score now. That's huge.
It is
Virginia
huge.
Tech wins this in my mind.
Okay. And then you have number 18, Cincinnati, facing up with 10-1, facing off against number 19, Memphis, also 10-1.
Right, man.
This is a huge game for that conference.
Is it 10-1 or 9-1? Are they really?
I think
do people
10-1.
have 10 wins already? Wow.
I think so. Yeah.
That makes sense. Week 14.
Yeah, we're at the end of the season.
Cincinnati, Memphis.
So who's going to win
this one? As far as like who looks better, you can't say Memphis.
I would say Memphis
looks better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cincinnati has struggled.
But Memphis is actually number 18, and Cincinnati is number 19. Yeah, I remember
wrong?
they yeah.
Okay.
They switched in the polls.
Yeah.
So just because Cincinnati's been struggling so much, it's every week they're struggling against teams. I think 3 weeks in a row now. Temple is like a decent team that they struggled against this last week, but
I think Memphis will win this one.
Yeah, so essentially,
if they didn't.
I said some stuff about this last week. When Memphis, or if Memphis wins, they play Cincinnati again.
For the conference.
If Cincinnati wins, Navy plays Cincinnati. So Cincinnati is in no matter what.
Okay.
So this is a big game.
It is a big game.
For sure.
Then you have Boise State, ranked number 20. They're going to go to Colorado State.
18, 19, 20 right here. So this is a battle. And Boise knows that they're going to at least move up one spot when it comes to Group of 5 because of these two teams battling.
One of those is going to lose. Yes.
All Boise has to do is just go play their game.
Yep.
I think they win. That's all they got to do.
Yeah. And then as far as the Saturday games, one of the, there's a number of big ones, but Ohio State, now ranked number 1.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, goodness. Yes, Ohio State, you are definitely playing really good. Did you deserve to be moved up above LSU? That's iffy.
Either way, there's no debating. 1, 2, and 3 all deserve to be
1, 2,
in
and
the
3.
1, 2, and 3 slots.
I agree with that. But they're going to be playing at the Big House, number 13, Michigan.
This is a big game.
It is a big game.
And it's at Michigan.
Yes.
I do think Ohio State wins just because I don't see them losing right now, like with the way that they're playing.
Yeah.
But I mean, having Penn State last week and then going straight into having Michigan, that's tough.
It is tough.
So we'll see how they do defensively at the end of that last game. The end
of the game.
They did have some
Penn State
moments.
started coming on,
and then offensively, you know, it was probably one of their lesser games.
Yeah.
That being said, Penn State's better than most teams that they played.
Yes.
They're a great team.
Yes.
I had to think Ohio State wins.
I had to think that too. It's hard for me to imagine.
Especially, no offense to Harbaugh, but he has a tendency of choking big games.
He does choke big games.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Then you have number 3, Clemson. They're going to be at South Carolina. This is again one of those in-state games.
It's a big one too.
They
hate each other.
It's a big one. South Carolina.
They beat Georgia.
Yeah, they beat Georgia, but they've also had some ugly losses as well, so it's really hard to figure South Carolina out.
And with the way Clemson's playing right now, you have to think that they're going to blow South Carolina out of the water, right?
That's the feeling. That is. Then you have number 5 Alabama at number 15 Auburn for the Iron Bowl.
All right, yeah. It's Mac's first road start.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Mac Jones' first road start. That's big, especially at Auburn. And for the Iron Bowl, this is what this kid is living for.
And right now, Auburn, there's that feeling of, ooh, Tua's gone. We really have a chance here. We
and
really
the thing is, like Auburn, yes, they have 3 losses, and I'm pretty sure all 3 are against top 11
really
teams.
Good teams. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Florida is the lowest ranked one at number 11.
Yeah. Exactly.
The other 2 are top 4.
Yeah.
4 and 2 to be exact. So, and the biggest loss that they had was 11 points to Florida. They almost beat Georgia. They almost beat LSU. Their defense is phenomenal.
Yeah.
There's no doubt Auburn's defense, top defense, one of the...
So therefore,
watching them
does
is
Mac
phenomenal.
Jones, can he play against a defense like that?
I'm going to say, can Alabama's wide receivers play well enough for Mac Jones to look good?
Yeah.
Because that's all it's going to take. If Judy and all of them, Ruggs, Devontae Smith, if all of them can do what they do, I do think Alabama wins this game. Yeah. Especially because Bo Nix is just not
It's
great.
a big one for Alabama. If they win this, really though, honestly, if they have any chance at all of making it into
they have
the
to
playoffs,
blow Auburn
they
out
have
of the
to
water.
win big
Yes,
here.
absolutely.
If it's a close game, and that's going to be enough.
Because they would be the only team that has blown Auburn out of the water. Because, like I said,
That's right.
11 points is the biggest one.
Yes. Yeah.
So they have to win. I think they have to win by 21.
It's got to be convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then you have number 12, Wisconsin's going to go to number 8, Minnesota.
So this is exciting for Minnesota because it's
It
game
is.
day for them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like that, they could have done Ohio State, Michigan, or
yeah.
anything like that.
They could have.
I like that they chose this. Never been to Minnesota before. It's so exciting for teams to have game day for the first time.
Yeah.
And
Especially when they've had such a good season.
yeah, and winner of this gets to play Ohio State.
Yeah, congratulations.
So this is huge. Man, what do you think? Who do you think would win this? I
I'm
really
not
don't
sure.
know. I really don't.
I'm not sure either. Yeah.
Jamar Taylor.
Honestly, I'd like to see Minnesota
I would
give it a
love
run.
to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they only have one loss too. I'm going to go with Minnesota just because that's
But saying
exciting.
that, I don't have as much confidence in Minnesota facing Ohio State as I do Wisconsin facing Ohio
That's
State.
fair, but it'd be fun. Go Gophers, right?
Go Gophers, yeah. Then you have Texas A&M. They're going to be at number 2, LSU.
Texas A&M also had a pretty tough slate of teams that they've lost to so far.
Yeah.
Clemson, LSU, Alabama. I don't remember who their fourth loss is, but I'm pretty sure it's also to a top 10 team or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
they haven't had any bad, lost to a bad team.
Is it Auburn? I
They
think
have
their
not
other
done
loss
that.
might be to
Probably
Auburn.
Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still, yeah. And last year, you can't really.
Everyone
go to
remembers
year.
last year,
Last
though.
year, the
7 overtime.
7 overtimes. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
A&M won. That being said, Burroughs is a totally different
it
human
is.
this
It's
year.
a completely different game.
Mhm.
I expect LSU just to
And at Death Valley,
wipe
too.
them, wipe them all over the field.
I agree.
That's what I'm expecting.
I agree.
Number 23, Iowa State's going to be at Kansas State.
This is ripe for upset. Iowa State, they've done well for themselves this year. Kansas State did well at the beginning, kind of struggled now.
Yeah.
Iowa State probably wins.
I'm thinking they would, yeah. So, rivalries.
All right.
What are
so
your
I
upsets
actually
for?
chose arguably 2 of the biggest rivalries as my upsets.
Yeah.
Just because it's rivalry week. You never know what's going to happen in
With any
rivalry
of these,
games.
honestly, yeah.
The first one I'm so not confident about. It's not even funny. Number 11, Florida at Florida State.
Yeah.
Or it could be a neutral site game. I don't remember if this rivalry is or not.
I can't remember either.
It's very possible. Ever since firing Taggart, Florida State hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and who blames them? Because they're so relieved. They're probably like, oh, now we actually need to play because we have something to play for, and that's celebrating that our coach is gone.
Yeah. Well, I think here, Florida State, here's an opportunity at the end of the season, not a very good season. We've
talked about talent-wise, Florida State
Yes.
should be able to match up to any team in the country.
They should, yeah.
Absolutely. So what it comes down to is coaching, play calling, and just execution.
Yeah. And
we'll see what happens.
Discipline,
Absolutely
for sure.
discipline.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I think if it is, Florida State has to keep it close in the first half. I think that's their best chance of winning. Granted, I don't know if they can.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say they do somehow and pull it off.
Now, this next one, I can sort of see why you're choosing this one.
Yeah.
Number 7, Oklahoma is going to be facing the Cowboys. Number 21, Oklahoma State.
Right.
And I would definitely. We've seen Oklahoma struggling here.
They've
at the
looked
end of the
so
season.
unimpressive.
Yeah.
Jalen, he looks good. The problem is, at the beginning of the season, he set such an unrealistic expectation for himself, honestly, with how well he played in the first 5 games.
Yeah.
So he's been playing like a top 5, top 10 quarterback these last couple of games.
Yeah.
It's just not. He was number 1. No doubt in anyone's mind, he was number 1 in the first couple games of the season.
Yes.
Everyone's like, the Oklahoma's going to get a 3rd Heisman candidate in a row. Not anymore. It's definitely Burrows, if it's not Riot.
Burrow will get it for sure.
I do think Oklahoma State can beat Oklahoma. I've talked about earlier on in the season, they have one of the best running back quarterback duos. Their defense can play fairly well when they need to. They're not a bad team, and this rivalry, they really hate each other. Yeah. Both of these teams hate each other, and it's at Oklahoma State.
It's possible. This one could happen. Yeah. Definitely more confidence about that one than
we'll see.
Florida State
Thanksgiving weekend, you never know what'll happen.
That's right. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Join us when we talk about the results of Week 14.